It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That's slash the Snake Pit from Ain't Life Grand, Just Like Anything. And that was a request from Chris. Chris,
Yes.
why the song? Why the song? Tell me.
Because it's about a chick that blows guys, fucking slurps up cum in every scene. I like that.
Really? Is that really what you were thinking when you thought of that song?
All I can think of is that line, "She gives head in every scene."
Nice.
Because that's all I'm looking for, is every scene of my life to have another dick. Or not another dick. Too fucked up.
Wow.
All right, maybe I do want another dick. Maybe I'm that kind of faggot.
Wow.
No, I'm in a total fucking sexed up porn fucking drunk stupor tonight. So
Wow.
I'm just ready to talk about pussy and pussy.
Isn't it strange how alcohol just takes away all those inhibitions?
Have I ever had inhibitions?
Well, it hasn't been turned up to 11 the way it has been in recent months.
Well, I'll just say that I had a jailer that I'll call cunt that stopped me being a pat. But now I have no jailer. I have nothing but fucking my own thoughts, my own brain, and the fucking desire to have snail trails running up and down my face.
Right.
That's it.
Nice.
I am way amped.
So what's got you so amped tonight?
Whiskey.
Whiskey? What are you drinking?
Whiskey.
Okay.
Kentucky bourbon.
Really?
I'm supposed to be at the Browns game tomorrow. I'm going to be a fucking mess.
This will be like 3 weeks in a row, isn't it?
3 of the last 4, yeah.
Yeah, I like jizz.
You want me to give you something new? Is that what you're asking me for?
No.
All right, you ready? Quiet, please. Nothing would make me happier than a big, thick, veiny cock. There you go. Cut that, Wheezy.
Nice. Oh, God, that's hysterical. So our good friend Michael Ross, our new good friend.
Love him. I thought it was chips enough for a while. But
well, he seems to enjoy and get the show.
Yeah, he does.
And I like that.
Yeah, good dude.
And he was listening to the show while we were talking about your sexual banter. And he said he loved it. I was talking to him off air, and he said he loved it. And he was just like, "Yeah, you guys get it."
Yeah, well, good. Glad he thought so.
So
believe me, I can tell you, there's one person in the world right now that thinks I don't get it.
Canada's the worst country.
Oh yeah, it is. That's a fucking disaster of a country.
Right.
Why can't we just overtake those fucking northern dick fucks and just take all their fucking land and oil and shit? And
now, careful. Amy's from up there.
Well, Amy better fucking get her ass down here. We'll take it over in March when we're on the cruise.
Right.
She'll be on the boat. She'll come back and have a fucking burned away city.
Nice.
So you better tell your husband to come, Amy.
Right.
And by come, I mean on the boat.
Right.
Figuratively and literally.
Right. All right. Boy, you are amped. So our new friend Michael Ross.
Yeah.
He like I said, he's said he's a fan of the show. I think probably what made me laugh the most internally,
yeah,
was when he was talking to his quote unquote his label in Nashville and telling him he was going to be on the CMS, and the response was, "How did you get on there? Like we're some untouchable, we live in some kind of crystal tower or something."
Let me just tell you, dude, CMS management does not speak to just anybody. As a representative of CMS management, I'm just going to let you know I delete a lot of emails just because it doesn't look like they're from important enough people.
Right.
So when I see FNA management, what is FNA? Fucking A?
How did you get on there?
I mean, what is FNA? What does that stand for? Fucking A Records?
I have absolutely no idea.
I mean, that's a pretty silly title, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't know what it means.
I mean, or what would that be? Fruity nigger ass? I don't know. I mean,
wow, you are kind of amped up tonight, aren't you?
I'm definitely got a head full of booze, and I'm just ready to be silly.
Sure. So anyway, I liked our guy Michael Ross. I liked him.
Jesus, the cum-filled towers of the CMS.
Wow.
They're not filled.
Not yet.
Or should I say they haven't refilled?
Right.
Oh, Jesus. All right, enough of my personal fucking porn addiction.
Right.
All right.
Too funny.
All right, so F&A Records.
Yeah, so I'm not so much concerned about F&A Records, but obviously, Michael Ross likes the show and he gets it, and he decided to come on the show or contact us and contact you, right. And you allowed him to be on the air tonight.
I gave him the privilege of speaking to the two great ones, you
right.
and I.
Right.
So there it is.
Well, that'd be cool though if you were able to hook him up with somebody in the Cleveland area, since he worships Cleveland.
Right. Well, I see a show coming soon with Gypsy Rose and the Billy Morris Band.
Sure, why not?
Just a hunch, but
sure, why not?
I'll definitely help make that happen. Why not?
Right.
That guy got it. I like those kind of guys versus the ones that are like, oh yeah, I've heard of the show. Yeah, you guys are the ones, Eddie Trunk's on your show sometime, right?
Yeah, right.
Lame dicks.
How did you get on that show? How did you get on there?
How'd you get on there? Well, I don't know. Maybe we just worked at it.
I just emailed them and they said okay.
Yeah. One email, one response, show booked. It was a real chore to get on.
Yeah, I know, because we're so important.
Exactly.
That's why I said to him, we are pretty much the, very important people.
All right, but here's the secret that we didn't share because we are fucking way too egotistical to actually say it to him. We pulled that song completely out of our ass.
Yeah, we did. At least I did. I just picked it just because I thought it was appropriate for the situation.
Dude, I'm so glad you picked up on that song.
Well, we did.
We sure did.
Because Chris gets it.
Yeah. Eeny, meeny.
Here's a song with a title that sounds like it might be appropriate for the subject material in which we're speaking right this minute.
That's right. So that's the one we'll play.
Right.
Guys, that was so great that you got that song. Oh, you caught the vibe.
Well, yeah, we did.
We sure did, Michael.
We're on top of it.
We are, of course.
I just have to look at a song and I know it's good.
That's right. It's the power of Neely.
Right. All right. So anyway, we got a show coming up next week. Mm-hmm. A live show. It's our first live show since the 13th anniversary 3 years ago.
So are we just going to call this the 16th anniversary? 17th?
Yeah. No. But
no,
I'm not going to do another show until the 20th.
Oh, no more?
Well, no. I'm not going to do like a show that celebrates the show.
Okay.
Till the 20th. No, we'll do more live shows. I love doing the live shows. I like doing the live, in club shows. Just the ability to do that. I like doing that.
I do too. It's fun.
But as far as celebrating the classic, the classic metal show,
yeah,
I'm not going to do another one till the 20th.
Yeah, because it's really not that good. So,
well, whatever the case may be. Whatever the case may be.
We got to wait till I have been on the show for 20 years. So
right.
Another 13 years, then we can do one.
Right.
Or 17 or 18 if I end up lined up with another cunt that won't let me do the show for a while.
Sure. That won't let you.
It won't let me.
Yeah.
See if that happens again. See if I become that pussy whipped again.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either.
And I'm going to be honest with you, dude, and I'm going to reveal something personal once again on the show.
Of you or of me?
Of me personally.
Okay.
One of the reasons that I have been uncommitted in probably, the length of time that you've known me.
Yeah.
Is because of the show.
Really?
Yep.
I get it now.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
It is a problem.
It's a problem for some people. They don't get it. No, let me just put it to you this way, and I don't know that this is the case with you, but I'm just going to tell you from a personal standpoint.
Okay.
When it first starts out, it's really cool.
Okay.
But then as the relationship becomes more serious, then it becomes a distraction or a problem.
Yeah, then it's like, you're going to waste your time doing that?
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, I can't get enough of you. I tuned in and I listened to your YouTube clips and I listened to the stuff you put on iTunes and I laughed and I laughed. Yeah. And then you let them in, and then all of a sudden it's, are you going to dedicate every Saturday from here on out to the Classic Metal Show? How long are you going to do that?
I think you skipped the step, though, first, dude. Because somewhere in between that step, in between it's funny and that step that you just had, are those things like, don't you think that's a little bit harsh?
Yeah, that's true. Did you really have to mention that on the show? Was that necessary that you talked about that?
Did you have to use the C word when speaking of women?
Sure.
Yes.
And this is one that really has to do with you.
Okay.
Does your partner always have to be such a pig? I've heard that one before.
How many? I'm just curious. How many times have you heard that one?
A couple.
Okay, I know of one. Right. Starts with an R.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the one that starts with either a G or a J? That's probably
no, not so much at the moment.
But has?
I don't even think has. It's just maybe leaned in that direction, but not so bold as to say it.
Okay. How about the one that I met?
It's more or less of, I'm trying to figure this one out. I'm trying to figure out if I can agree with it or if it's offensive to me.
So basically, there has not been one woman in your life that's always been like, man, Chris, he's pretty cool.
No. No.
And they got the tame version.
Yeah, I know, but it's always, it always boils down to be offensive. It's just like horrible and offensive, and why do you have to be so hateful? And it's like, it's not the whole really the story you're really getting. It's just, it's basically separating the show from reality.
Well, there's none of that. Because, I talk like this all the time, day and night. And I go into my business. I'm like, hey, what's up, cunts? How you doing?
Right.
How's that fucking pussy you were fucking last night? Was that pretty good shit?
Right.
That's how I live.
Yeah, that's because that's the way you are all the time.
That's right. I am.
So, it has been a problem, not for me personally. It's just been a problem for reconsidering the situation.
Okay. How much pussy have I cost you?
None.
None?
No.
Not even like for a night?
No.
Where she was annoyed because of something I said on the show?
No, it's never been that much. It has cost me the relationship, though.
The show or me?
No, the show has cost me the relationship out of my own choice.
Oh, all right.
Because it's just like, you know what? I was doing this before I met you. I'm not sacrificing or compromising it since I met you.
Right. Hit the street, bitch.
So that really was what it boils down to, because I've spent 17 years of my life doing this.
Right.
And they're aware of it when they meet me.
Right.
And they laugh along with me for the courting period.
Okay.
But then when it gets into the serious period, then it becomes a problem.
Go fuck yourself, you son of a bitch! I'll come right out of the booth and fucking whack you, you fucking prick!
Is that what you said to her?
No, not that brutal, but...
You thought it.
But that's what happens. I mean, even when I was doing the show on FM radio, it became a problem. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill. Yeah, I think any thing we might have caused, any transgressions we might have caused to give you problems, or that cost you pussy might have been made up for. with that palatial pussy palace you have, and the car. I mean, let's. I'm going to take us back to the summer of 2008.
Okay.
Remember us going to the Metal Masters
Oh,
store
yeah,
and
absolutely.
you taking your girlfriend at the time?
Right.
Well, me and Chris were driving behind you the whole time. And at certain points, we saw two heads in the car, right?
You sure?
But for numerous points, though, we only saw one.
Right.
Exactly.
Well,
we know what was going on.
Well, MOL, I got to tell you, leading
It's
up.
been 4 years. Give up the ghost.
Well, at one point, it's a fun and out of control and just the greatest thing in the world. But once it gets into the more serious realm, then it becomes a problem. And I don't know where it switches gears from the point of being fun and just great, and man, I get to go to shows, and this guy has his own radio program, and I love it, and it's funny to where you guys are vulgar and you guys are nasty, and do you have to do this every week? I'm not really sure where the transition happens.
Well, no shit. That's because chicks are batshit crazy when you get into a relationship. It's true. I've dealt with it.
So when the honeymoon is over, it's like, okay, we had a lot of fun up to this point. What happened?
Exactly, but it's like that, and I'm not going to be, it's like that with some guys, too. Yes, everything a girl will throw at you that she says, I'm cool with this, I'm cool with that. Shoo. Right out the fucking window. Right out the fucking window. And you know this. Everything changes. Everything.
You aren't making me want to get out there and keep dating. You're really bringing me off my buzz.
Keep it casual. That's all I can say is keep it casual.
Look,
who say anything about dates? Do what I do. Fuck. All right, hail and kill, boys. Fuck you, pal. Take you up.
And there he goes. There goes the ever increasing wisdom of MOL.
Look, the only thing that I ever want to do is drain the wetness. Once I'm done making it dry, I want to be out of there.
Once the poisons have left the building, you're good to go.
I don't even care about my poisons as much. I want it to be sliding and loose and lubed. And once that shit dries up a little bit, though, because you're like 40 minutes in or whatever, and you start boring her by thrusting into her fucking endlessly, then it's like, okay, I'm done with you. Go make me a sandwich or something.
Right.
Move along.
So once she's done paying the rent and drying out the receipt, you're ready to walk out the door.
Dude, you know how fucking awesome it would be one time to have a chick fucking fuck me and then fucking write my fucking house note? That would be the bomb.
That would never happen.
That would be the bomb, man, to actually fucking have her get up and say, whoo, that tasted good. Let me fucking pay your note for the month to thank you.
Right.
Holy fuck, would that be good?
We don't have that privilege, Chris, so don't ever expect that to happen.
Believe me, I know the chicks think that dick is really a pen to write checks for them. I know. Believe me, I know.
That's what I call paying the rent and then drying out the receipt.
Holy shit.
That's what I call it, my friend.
God damn it. Wow.
Yep.
Oh, I love it.
Well, that's the reality of it.
It most certainly is. So, but still, that being said, I would love to date any of you fine ladies. So
Sure.
give me a call.
Sure.
Give me a call with your ass up